think the biggest concern when someone passes away is or planning for someone to potentially pass away is, am I going to be able to maintain the standard of living that I'm used to? And so with the income changing with the death of a spouse, can I make ends meet? That would be the number one concern. There are four reasons why a person would need life insurance. And when we do a needs assessment, we help a person understand if there is even a need for the life insurance. And so those four reasons are going to be to cover final expenses. Funeral or burial can be very expensive to die, as silly as it sounds to say that. Covering the final expenses so you're not leaving your family with that expense would be number one. Number two is to cover outstanding debts. Um, hey, we still have a mortgage, we still have some loans, some car payments, whatever it might be, not leaving that survivor in a tough situation with the debt. In addition to that, helping that survivor maintain their standard of living with income replacement. So when that person passes away and they no longer have that income that they're used to, it can really play a huge part, play a big piece of the puzzle in replacing income. Last but not least is just going to be like leaving a legacy. Being able to help your family long after you're gone with things such as helping kids or grandkids go to college or finish college, helping them buy their first home or put a major down payment on that first home. Those would be the four main reasons why a person would need life insurance. Many times, if there's a pension involved, that full pension amount does not go to the survivor. And so that survivor is living on less. And when they're living on less, it's, can I still, again, make ends meet? Can I maintain the standard of living that I'm used to? Am I going to have to get a part-time job? Am I going to have to move out of my house? Can I still afford to live where I live? Those are real concerns and real questions that we have. When it comes to Medicare coverage and changes, not really anything to think about other than there are certain scenarios where there can be a Medicare supplement, where there are household discounts that certain Medicare supplement insurance companies will say, we give a household discount when there are two people insured under that same house, under that same roof. And sometimes that spousal discount can go away just for fun. Call it 10% would increase that monthly premium roughly 10%. Some common mistakes that folks will make when we're not planning ahead and we're not getting our ducks in a row is many times one spouse takes the lead role when it comes to just managing finances and understanding the income and expenses, while the other one doesn't really want anything to do with it. So it becomes very difficult for that survivor if they're not the one that really has a hands-on approach with the finances, understanding what is it going to take to maintain that standard of living. So many times life insurance can play a part in making sure that that person, that survivor, can maintain that standard of living. It is important to have the conversation while planning ahead for death is not fun. It's not a topic anybody wants to have, but it's very necessary. Just in a real life scenario, just seeing families leave their children with debt, leaving their children with the responsibility of trying to figure these things out, has made it to where that next generation, those that are still here, are saying, I will never want to do that with my kids. And so they are the ones that are the most proactive about making sure that that's not going to happen to their kids. With that, it's just important to have those conversations about what are our income and expenses. And again, I'll say many times there is one of the people in the household that takes a lead role on the financial front. The other one just kind of is along for the ride, doesn't really have an interest. Doesn't even care to know or understand. I think it's still important to make sure that they're aware. And I call it taking inventory, just better understanding what your income and expenses are going to look like in retirement so that if, God forbid, one passes away before the other, we're all understanding of what the big picture is, and that we're going to be able to continue to make ends meet and maintain that standard of living that they're used to. Yeah, the best first step is just going to be, don't try to figure it out on your own. And I think there's going to be a common theme that you're going to hear a lot. These are the conversations that we get to have on a regular basis to just help lead, guide, and direct folks when it comes to this topic. We have experience with it and we can make it easy. And so, while we don't know everything, we sure can help guide folks on this topic.